Hi, welcome to Hikate's Crossing. I was going to say to learning tarot, to enhancing your tarot practice with Hikate's Crossing. Okay, so you've received your tarot deck, you've got your journal sorted, you've decided where you're going to do your tarot practice, you've decided what cloth you're going to use, whether you're going to use crystals or incense or whatever you're going to put on your desk is totally on your table, is totally up to you, whether you do or you don't, whether you use a cloth because because you want a certain color, or it's just to keep your just to protect your cards from the table, whatever you want to do, or wherever you are, cool as. So you've got that, you're storing your tarot deck in a bag of some sort, which is really cool. Now you pulled your cards out and you've been flicking through, having a look, you've had a bit of a shuffle, and you've been having a look at the images, and you think, oh wow, that's what, that's all really cool, and it's like this. Well, stop. Okay, get your cards. Put them back in order. Put them back in their suits. So we've got wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. Okay, to start with. Okay, so we're going to go through and we're going to do this. So sit here with me now, and you're going to start putting all your cards into their suits. Okay, so this is going to take a minute to do, right? And which is okay because we've got time. This is not a hurry. Okay, you've got your major arcana as well to sort through. Cups. Okay, we just really want to focus on the major arcana, but I just want you to put them into their suits to begin with. Just so you can put them to one side. I might as well do that now, because all you're going to do is focus on some major arcanas for a little while. And you're going to go, what? But I want to start doing readings. No, not yet. Be patient. Take a breath. So at the moment, you've just been looking at the images, and that's all cool. You got all really excited about the deck, which is really cool. So you're going to separate the cards a little bit. You want to do some big readings and you got confused and you're unsure about what it all means. It's all getting confusing because you're doing too much at once. Just slow down and take a breath. It's not a race. It's not a race. You've got plenty of time to learn the cards, to get to know them. Don't rush the journey. Okay, 7 of Wands. Pentacles. Cups. Wands. Swords. Wands. Pentacles. Okay, so how are you getting on? You're separating all your cards? Because I want you to do is just, so I'm going to get you to focus on, you're going to put all the rest of these, you're going to put the minor arcana away. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to do. Okay, so you're finishing sorting out all these. Okay, so we've got your wands, your cups, your swords. Okay, and then you got your pentacles. Right, want you to put them aside. Right, now you've got all your major arcana. Now you're going to put them into order. So we've got 8, 13. Okay, so we've got 6. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. Got 9s. Okay, we've got 16. We don't want those just yet. Okay, so we want 2. Don't worry about 11. Unless your justice is actually 8. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, I don't always do this. I'm just going through. I'm just putting these to one side. Okay, so we've got 1. I think we'll take out 8 in this stage, I think, and we'll just do 7. We've got to do 0, which is the full, of course, and we've got 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so we've got the full, the magician. This is what we're going to start with. Okay. Okay, this is what we're going to start with. So you've got the fool, the magician, the high priestess, the empress, the emperor, the hierophant, the lovers, and we're going to do the chariot as well in this, okay? So just take a nice deep breath. You're looking at these cards, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in order, and we're going to have a look at the cards. Okay, there's 2 things you can do. You can choose which exercise you want to do first, is fine. The first one you're going to do is you're going to look at the Fool. So just take a moment to have a look at the Fool and describe what you see in the card. That's the first thing you're going to do, is you're going to describe everything you see in the card. Just describe it. Okay? Then, once you've done that, you've looked and you've seen, okay, there's the dog. You've got the, he's on an edge of a cliff. He's got a pole with a little handkerchief type thing, a little bit of cloth there, fabric to make a knapsack. He's got a feather in his cap. The sun is shining. There could be snow-capped mountains. Seems to be clouds beneath him. He's holding a white rose in his hand. So you've got all those things, right? So he's at the edge. So what does the Fool actually say to you? Then you look at 2 keywords, 2 or 3 keywords from the guidebook or on the card if it's already on there. But have a look in the guidebook and choose 2 or 3 keywords only. 2 or 3 keywords that you're going to use. For example, could be talking about happiness. To take a giant leap forward. For me, the Fool is always about new beginnings and being free-spirited. So choose 2 or 3 keywords that resonate with you in that moment in regards to the Fool. It'll expand and develop later, but just use 2 or 3 keywords to start with. No more. Okay? Now you're going to do the same thing with the magician. You're going to, okay, firstly, you're going to describe what you see. You've got the infinity symbol. You've got one hand up, one hand down. The hand up's got a wand on it. He's got a table with some tools on it. What are the tools? It's a disc, a pentacle, cup. Okay, or chalice is a cup. Then it's got the dagger or the sword or the athamate, whatever you like to call it. Okay, it's got roses here. He's got a red robe with a white tunic underneath with a belt over the top. It's got roses above him. He's got a yellow background. Okay, and then you're going to choose 2 or 3 keywords. So for me, personally, I find the magician is all about his will, determination, but also looking beyond the illusion. Looking beyond the illusion, but can also talk about being untrustworthy as well, because he's got a sleight of hand. Okay? Being a bit of a trickster. Okay, so you've done that. So you've done that with the Fool, and you've done that with Magician. Just those 2 cards to start with. Okay, just take a moment, take a breath, and now you're going to look at the 3rd card, the High Priestess, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to describe what you see. What do you see? 2 pillars. A woman. She's got a pomegranate type fabric behind her. She's got a cross here. She's holding a scroll of some sort. It's got the word Torah, maybe. Okay. It's got the crescent moon here. She's got the B and the J here. You can find out what they mean in regards to looking up more information if you want to later on. Now you're going to look at what keywords are you going to use for the High Priestess? Secrets, hidden knowledge, sorcery, magic, a seer. Okay, choose 2 or 3 keywords that make sense in the moment. Okay, next you're going to look at the Empress and do the same thing. Describe what you see. You've got this shield. Okay, it's got a Venus symbol on it. She's holding a scepter. She's lounging around on or she's on a chase or a chair. Looks like she's out in the field. She's enjoying herself. Looks like there's some water there with some trees. So, yeah, whatever's in the image, you talk about there. And then words so it's about motherhood, new projects. Maybe it's about the birth of something. It's the germination, it's the fertility, it's the sense of something coming into fruition, not necessarily a child. It's not always about a child when it comes to the mothering or the taking care of others, but forgetting to take care of self. All those things come into it here. So we're just going into the very basics. Keep it simple. Do not try to complicate things. Just keep it really simple. You're describing what you see in the card. You're choosing 2 or 3 keywords that you will use in a reading for now. And you will find that they will expand and develop as you work out your context of your question, the layout, and other cards in the spread. Okay, so next we've got the Emperor. Again, describing what you see, choosing 2 or 3 keywords in regards to the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor could talk about being a leader, being in control, being a provider, fatherhood, being a sort of a boss, a supervisor, a manager, being in charge, in control, being the ruler, those sort of energies. Okay, so choose 2 or 3 keywords that make sense in the moment, that encompass all that you want in the moment. Just choose 2 or 3 keywords. Okay, next we have the Hierophant. Again, you're describing what you see. Okay, then you're using 2 or 3 keywords. So it could be about your spirituality, religion, your faith, your belief, your education. It can also be about your education in some way. Next, we have the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers are about choices, relationships, trying to find a sense of balance within the relationships. Maybe the relationship is intense. Could be about a relationship with others. In some sense, not necessarily romantic, not necessarily intimately, but very close relationships. Okay. Depending on what other cards you have in the spread as well, but we're just doing with this at the moment. So the last card we're working with today is the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot, you're going to describe what you see. Then you're going to choose 2 or 3 keywords that make sense. You're not trying to learn too much in one go. Remember, you're keeping it simple. So it's about direction, being on the right path, contemplation, having success. If you move on the right path, you have success. So those sort of things. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I just want you to keep things as simple as possible with your tarot practice. Okay, so you've got these cards now. So you're going to go through. You've had a look. Okay, so you've had a look at the cards. You've had a look at the meanings. Okay, and you've gone through. Now let's go through and do a bit of a quick thing here. Let me whoops, put them back in order. What am I doing? Okay, so you're going to go through and you're going to go, okay, the Fool, new beginnings. He's free-spirited. The Magician, he's to look beyond the illusion and he's untrustworthy. Okay, the High Priestess, hidden knowledge, secrets, magic. Secrets and magic. The Empress, motherhood and beauty. The Emperor, father and boss. The Hierophant, religious and education. The Lovers, choices and relationships. 7, direction and success. Triumphs in the moment. Okay, so you're going to go through and do that until you can learn the cards and you know them quite comfortably. Then you're going to shuffle those 7 cards. Okay, you're only shuffling those 7 cards, so they're not in order anymore. Okay, you don't want them to be in order. Okay, so you just randomly, so the best way to do is just randomly choose. You've sort of shuffled them slightly, now you're just going to randomly choose a card. The Fool. Oh, new beginnings, and he's free-spirited. Oh, the Emperor. He's a boss, and he's fatherhood. Oh, the High Priestess. Secrets and a seer. Psychic. The Magician. Beyond illusion and a trickster. The Hierophant, spirituality and education. Chariot, success and moving in the direction. Moving. The Lovers, choices and relationships. The Empress, motherhood and beauty. Okay, so you're going to go through and do that 2 or 3 times. Just keep going, just keep practicing in just 2, 3 keywords per card. Okay, so that's what you're going to keep doing. Just keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. Okay, so you've been through, you've learned all the cards. Right, now it's time to do 2 cards. Right, so you got the Fool and the Emperor. Okay, so you got this new beginning going on. Maybe you're going to need to take a risk to be the boss. Take a risk to be the boss. To take the risk to be in charge. Maybe you're a free-spirited boss. With the energy, maybe you're a bit of a free-spirited manager in some way. No, you're just sort of easygoing type manager. You're easygoing even though you're in charge. Type of thing. Okay, so the next 2. Let's do the Magician with, the High Priestess. Okay, so we've got the sense of new beginning, got the sense of looking beyond the illusion because you need to see the secrets that are going on. Ooh, interesting. Looking beyond the illusion because you need to see the secrets that are going. Maybe there's some hidden secrets that need to be revealed, and so you have to look beyond the surface. Beyond what you see. Okay, so the next 2 cards we have is the Empress with the Lovers. Okay, so here we've got the sense of maybe there is a sense of mothering within the relationship. So maybe you're sort of I get the sense of like smothering within the relationship. Sense of maybe your partner is a bit too much like your mother, maybe you're mothering. Maybe he's more like a child. Maybe you feel like you're mothering your partner, and so he feels a bit more like a child. Your partner feels like a child because you feel like you're mothering him. Okay, and then the last 2 cards, you've got the Hierophant with the Chariot. So it's really about, to move forward on your journey is about looking at your own spirituality, your own faith, your own belief. Maybe it's about your education and moving forward. Maybe you've got success. If you can move in the right way in regards to your education, you can have the success that you actually want. So interesting there. Okay, so you can do that. Go through and do 2 cards. Okay, so you've done that. Now let's do 3 cards. Okay, so we've got the Emperor, the Hierophant, and the Empress. Okay, so you're going to do no more than 3 cards at this time. Do no more than 3 cards. Okay, so you've got here the Emperor. So the Emperor is about being a boss, being in charge, being the provider, right? So maybe it's about looking at your belief in regards to you being in charge. Maybe you don't really believe in yourself that you're in charge. And so that you've got to remember to sort of take care of yourself as well in this situation. Maybe there's a need for, I'm getting a sense of boundaries needed in regards to this, because to be in charge and to have that sense of power, you've also got to remember to sort of take care of yourself. And maybe you feel like being in charge and that you're mothering everybody. Maybe you feel like you're smothering. Maybe you feel like you're in charge and things like that, but you feel like you're doing everything for everybody. You know, maybe you're not very good at delegating and things like that. Even though you're the provider, you're in charge, your belief is that you're sort of doing everything for everybody else. So that's what you've got to practice. Practice, practice, practice. Go through and choose just 3 cards and do this do this during the day. Remember, you're just doing this during the day. You just practice. This is not doing any particular readings. You're just practicing in putting the cards together. So you got the sense of being in direction. So you're moving forward with success because you can see what needs to be done. Okay, with the knowledge that you've got here. Okay, so you're able to sort of feel like you are making the right choices in the situation. So you've got the success that you actually want by looking at the knowledge that you've gained from the past. Okay, knowledge that you've gained from the past. You're able to see what needs to be done. So you're able to make wise choices. Look at the choices that need to be made in regards to relationships and things that are going on in your life right now. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to practice, practice, practice. So you sort the cards out, you choose the first lot of cards, and that's all you're going to do today. Okay, that's it. That's what you're going to learn. No more. Just keep it simple. Do not try to get too complicated. Do not try to learn the astrology, the Kabbalah, all the other stuff that's involved with the tarot. Don't try and learn a big page of stuff. So write down just write down what you see, write down 2 or 3 keywords for each card, and that's it. You're not trying to learn too much in one go. You're trying to keep it as simple as possible. Remember, 1 card, 2 card, 3 cards. Okay, that's all you're doing with these 8 cards. These 8 cards here. Okay, you've got 8 cards here. So you're just doing the keywords, the descriptions, what you see, 2 or 3 keywords, 1 card, 2 card, 3 cards. Practice, practice, practice. Then say to yourself, which card do I actually need to reflect on today? So what card do I actually need to reflect on today? I need to reflect on the relationships with people. Maybe I need to look at my choices within my relationships. So that's all you're going to reflect on today. So this is what you're going to think about. So go to your journal, write down some of the things that you're thinking about in regards to the Lovers card, in regards to relationships, in the regard to choices being made in regards to relationships. That's what you need to think about. So you're going to write down and say, what are my choices that I'm making at the moment in regards to my relationship? So that's all I'm going to think about today. Okay, then I might say it's the end of the day. So what was my day about? What was my day about? What was my day about? Okay, so what was my day about? My day was in regards to my spirituality and what new beginnings I created within my own spirituality. You know, maybe I needed to be a little bit free-spirited with my education, maybe not be so rigid with my education, be a little bit more free-spirited in regards to my education. So those are some of the things that I might think about. Okay, that's what my day was about. Okay, so let me think about that aspect of it. Okay. So those are some of the things that you can do to begin. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I just want to keep it really simple. Okay. So what will my day be like? What do I need to think about today? What do I need to think about today? Okay. Can you tell me about my morning, my afternoon, and my evening? Okay. So the morning. Okay. The afternoon. And the evening. Okay, so this morning I've got to think about my relationships, my choices I've made within my relationships. This afternoon I have to sort of think a little bit more about my education. Maybe something about my education is going to come up into play. Maybe about my spirituality is going to come up in regards to the situation. Okay, maybe something about my belief is going to come into question in some way. And tonight, maybe I'll be using my intuition. Maybe a secret will be revealed tonight. Maybe I will have learned something new in regards to ancient knowledge. Maybe I'll learn a little history or something in the situation. Okay, that's going to be an interesting day to look forward to. Okay, and then at the end of the day, you say, okay, what did my day actually turn out like? So you go, okay, so what did my day actually turn out like? What did my day actually turn out like? Okay, so in the morning was about relationships. I thought a lot about that. I thought about how I connect with people and that sort of thing. What choices have I made within relationships? I thought about that. Okay, this afternoon I actually had to maybe be a little bit more in control. Maybe I had to be a manager, or maybe be a bit more bossy, you know, be a bit more be in charge of something. And in this evening I've created some new beginnings. I feel like I'm sort of having a bit of fun. I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying a bit of time to myself and just enjoying the moment. I feel like I'm just standing here and just loving the sunset going down. I'm just enjoying the evening. Okay. Really simple. Simple, simple, simple. Please do not complicate it. Keep it simple for your tarot practice. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.